In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to do a Lil Uzi Vert / 21 Savage type beat. So, it's kind of want to be using Dune 2 VST if you have it. Go ahead and open it up. I got some custom made presets I made, so I'll be using some of those. They are part of the Panda preset bank, Panda drum kit I dropped. It's filled with a couple of presets. But anyways, let's go into the presets itself and just, let's get this sound out. It's 55. But we'll go with 56. Now that we got that sound out, let's go ahead and clone it. So we're going to keep this melody pretty simple, as always. Now let's go ahead and clone that. And let's bring the steps just one higher. So now we got that sound down. Let's go ahead to the second and let's do the same pattern but a little bit more extended. So for the second one, let's go ahead and put it into its own track. I'm going to go ahead and put gross beat and go to basic 10. Open up another gross beat. Right click on the two arrows up there and go to turntable list. On turntable list, click on scratch pattern 7 and it should sound like this now. So this gives it a pitch down and this gives it the scratch. I'm gonna extend these sounds just a little bit. See how it sounds. I have it like that better. So now for the first VST, let's go ahead and throw it in its own track as well and add gross beat. But for this one, we're just gonna right click up here and click on momentary and just set it to half speed. So it sounds better right there. What I'm doing right here is just clicking on the keynotes and it's bringing up the tempo without having to go into the playlist itself. I find it easier for myself. You can do it how you want. But let's go ahead and set this right here. This VST to the same note. So let's go into this little tool and right click in the middle note. So now they're both the same. So now this should sound like this. Now that we got the melodies in place, let's go ahead into if you had the Panda drum kit, you can use the same kit I have. If not, use your kit. You can find some hi-hats in your own kit as well. Alright, so I set the hats for every 2 steps. So what you want to do is right click on the Panda hi-hat and click fill each 2 steps. Right after you've done that, go into the piano row, bring up this little control chart, and it is set to velocity. As you can see there, it's kind of transparent words, but if you look closely, it says velocity right here. So now that you're in here, let's go ahead and bring down the volumes for every other step. So it should sound like this now. So now that sounds like that, click on the little magnet tool up here and click on 1/4 step. bring out your paintbrush and we'll start editing some of these hats. So let's start adding the groove to it. So now we got that hat pattern down. Let's go ahead and add another one. Sounds pretty cool so far. Let's go ahead and throw in a kick. So I'm just throwing the kick in there now. On the velocity inside the playlist, go ahead and bring it up if you'd like. Let's go ahead and throw in a clap. So now we're going to go ahead and throw in an 808. So the 808 I'd like to throw in is just a 3x oscillator. So your 3x oscillator should sound like this. Just go ahead and bring the course down. Once the course is down, you can also bring it down right here. C6. I'm going to go ahead and put on the note that I already have it in. So for the 3x oscillator, go ahead and click on track or send it to its own mixer channel. On slot 1, go ahead and add Fruity Fast Distortion and set it to B And on fast distortion over here, just bring down the knob about, leave it to a quarter. Bring down the pitch just a little. I'm gonna bring it back. I like the way it sounded. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just kind of making this as I go, so see how it comes out. So now that we got that down, let's go ahead and add some open hats. On the open hat, click on this little envelope right here and lower the attack just a bit in the release. So that sounds good. Now let's start making some little notes with this. So I'm just adding some simple melodies to the open hats, and as you can see, I'm dropping down the velocities as well, just to have different volumes for them. Also, in the control, you can go to Notepad and start bringing the sounds right to left or something. So this is an example. So now that we have that, we can let's add some perks first, and then we'll get into the mixing. just some basic perks and open hats. So now what I did was I pushed control, clicked on the first channel right here, the first sampler, and just highlighted them all, the ones that are not in the channel. So now let's go into the mixer, and on the first empty, just push Control Shift L and your sound should be there. Now I'm gonna push control and highlight all these, just drag the mouse down, and we'll start leveling the sounds one by one. So we'll start with this one. Just note that I am not going to be doing any mixing, like frequency changes, like any EQs, so I'm just going to level out just the volumes. I'll add a kind of a break to this quick. So I will add the parametric EQ to the 808 and just put it to 40 Hz, 18 Hz cut. Now on the master, go ahead and add Maximus just to give it a little bit more of a more sound. Also on the 3x oscillator, you would want to go to the attack and just drop it down a little. That way it doesn't hit right away and the kick can be in place of that. And frequencies wouldn't really disturb much. Now I'm going to go ahead and split by channel and then start laying some of these down. Also, you guys could add a gross beat to the intro. Click on the right click on the arrows, go to momentary, and half speed it. I'm gonna drop the volume of gross beat. I'm gonna create an automation clip. Now that I created an automation clip right here, I'm just gonna right click anywhere and just bring it up and drag it to the left. Create another one, drag it up and bring it to the right. I'm covering 2 bars, so I'm gonna drag the last down. So now that this ends right here, that means the gross beat effect will stop right there. but I want it to kind of slide in. So this is on up here, this is off, so I'm gonna slide it like this, and it'll slide from on to off. It's like this. Check it out. So something simple, showing you guys how to create a cool little Lil Uzi Vert type beat, 21 Savage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from this, as I'm always showing you guys a lot of helpful tips. So just make sure to take all this knowledge down, kind of adapt to it and kind of pass it, and just do it your own way, you know, kind of innovate things. Don't try to sound like everybody else. So like I said, I hope you learned something from this. So anyways, if you guys want to cop that Panda drum kit, you guys can go ahead and do so. The link is down in the description below. It is the Panda V1 drum kit. It contains 808 snares, class, kicks, and 60 presets for doing 2 VST. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll get all the other requests out soon. So until then, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.